hand you over. Hey, Dan, Brad, what's going on this Wednesday?
All right, Scott, thank you very much for the intro. And Brad, my goodness, I mean, I think this might be a record for our Q&A webinar today. So many people. I'm so excited you guys are joining. We're going to give you a lot of exciting stuff about trade ideas. And since so many of you are new, it's going to be kind of a little bit more basic focused, but yet at the same time, we'll touch upon everything. And before we get started, I just want to make sure everybody understands that, you know, we're going to do our best to answer all of your questions. And if I was going to, Brad, kind of high level, the presentation today is do not be overwhelmed. Okay, sit back.
That's always a good strategy.
Yeah, do not be overwhelmed. Sometimes, of course, you're going to see some things you might have never seen before, and that's cool because we're going to show you some of the most amazing technology that has ever been made for the stock market. So let's begin. Before we start, of course, we are not a registered investment advisor. All the information you're going to hear today from myself, Brad, the whole Trade Ideas team is for you aware of that. Guys, unlike a lot of other companies, Trade Ideas is not venture funded. We are completely self-reliant. We are independent, and that allows us to do something that most corporations do not do. Brad, do you know what that is?
We can do a lot of things that most corporations don't do, but we develop on the fly super fast. I have no idea where you're going with it. It could be a million different things.
I was just going with humor. We're funny.
We're a funny group of guys and girls.
We try to use humor instead of trying to like sell you on a bunch of BS. We use humor to convey the message, and it's a very powerful message with here. We've been in business since 2003. Again, never raised 1 cent of venture money. We did it all on our own. We were number 1,930, and it's because of you. And again, we just keep doing it. Our software is made in the USA by developers who are US based. Our company doesn't outsource anything. We do everything in-house. In fact, every single piece of our tech really is custom made just for the stock market, the most data-driven animal, Brad, in existence on the planet. You know, more so than medicine because it's coming at you in real time, super fast. So again, that's just a little bit of a summary of who we are. And you know, Brad and I were just talking about how we just got this from I'm the CEO, Brad's one of the partners, and we aren't just executives. We are doing it. We're doing it here all the time for you, and we interact with the customers. That's what makes our company cool and what, you know, gives us purpose. And it's not just about the money, it's about creating a great product. So let's start with the humor, but an important message.
No, go ahead, sorry.
Okay. So many of you are new. Probably many of you have never even invested in your life. Okay, that's awesome because this is the best time to start. So many cool things are happening in the stock market, and ultimately, okay, the stock market is about taking risk. Okay, everything you do, whether you get in a car or invest in a 401k, which we also do ourselves also. But when you're investing your own money, you are taking risk and you are managing that risk, okay? That's all it is. And if you can understand that, then you can remove all this buy and hold bullshit. That's right, we use those words here, Trade Ideas, that you hear often. Buy, hold. No. I'm gonna show you some reasons why that is complete crap. And that's a really good way to start for many of you who have never done this before. So again, think about this. Investing is simply taking risk, okay? Our industry is plagued by a lot of bullshit. Brad, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you got to watch out for the snake oil salesman for sure.
You got a lot of Lambo driving, vacation peddling, trading off a yacht type of situations going on. And I just want to make sure you guys know that that really isn't how it's done. While, you know, teaching is a great thing, and we are all for it. In fact, education is a gigantic component of Trade Ideas. We'll talk about that later. but I want you to keep things realistic. You know, a lot of the guys who are gurus and are salesmen, you know, some of them actually trade and they've put in their dues and they've acquired some skill and maybe have some innate risk-taking abilities that have helped them. But you should not think that you could do what they're doing, and that's only because, okay, you are not them. And we're going to show you how we have given you a solution to this problem. The fact that you could never match the guru. We have a solution for that. We're going to talk about that, again, in very simple terms. And finally, I love this part. This is the reason why you guys are here, okay? And, you know, Full Metal Jacket is just such a good movie, Brad. You know, it communicates things very well. A lot of you are here for the first time. And you know, Brad, you and I just talked about, we've never seen this many people in our Q&A because so many more people are now more interested in stock market than ever before because it's the only game in town that's open. And it is actually the best place to make money, better than real estate, better than everything else. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to jump right into the software. Escape here and minimize. And I want to make sure, does everybody that's watching, are you guys able to see my screen?
Yeah, it looks like it's coming through nicely.
Beautiful. Okay, so a couple of this, we also allow, and I'll explain how it's all done, but primarily this is an account that's kind of what I have around you, the individual investor, because I mean 25, 50, something like that. So what I'm trying to do is show you the Q&As, just a small amount of before we do that, so that you can understand, number one, what did I say before? Buy and hold was silly and stupid. Let me show you why. Here we had one of our signals. What just happened? 3.5% manage is stupid because look at the percentages. You have been taught some things by people that want to collect fees 360 days in a year. So, but we covered that in lots of education. Even when it was working, like when the market was running up, there were still amazing, better moves to make you understand that you don't need a hold situation. My point here is because of the volatility, really can get all of this back. Instead of, if you're not a buy and holder and you understand that being able to allocate trading is allocation of capital, what I give you guys literal ideas, okay? Southwest, this goes against me. Brad, the beauty, let's look at this thing on a different, okay? So here is that's opportunity. And I'm showing you how and again, the percentage to just get back to the daily chart, looking, like I said, it's not we do, and you have your popcorn. Well, I know we can do it instead of getting all, see that? But because I wasn't in it. You know what it is, Brad? I think about the margins, okay? So I had LUV, what if it's two in Southwest? Get Southwest, right here, okay? But I just went to this 1060 I'm gonna know. Working hard on you guys seeing that? That one of the most I'm saying, but I've been in this game for a very long time. Okay. And I'm just telling you that I am Merkin, CEO of and buy like else. You know, I like to show you stuff, guys. Oh. What can go? And the reason I like to do this, I, without zooming in and out on the same chart, does that not tell you like, hey, okay, so Southwest and 5th of March opportunity right now, okay. Again, I'm not guaranteeing it's going to go, but this is what I'm doing, right? And look, and my risk is like right here, 1137. I actually probably wouldn't even let it go past 12. Let me see, where is 12? That's right here. No, it's really right here. So that's how it's done. You kind of like look at the previous 2 days and you decide, can I handle that much risk? And with my trading, I can. So I only have 800 shares. You can see today's P&L. I held this. Did I hold it overnight, Brad? Is that what that means? Yes, it is, right? Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
my brain froze for a second. So guys, notice how we have your total P&L for a position, and we have your P&L today, and we have a P&L graph for you that tracks how you've done all throughout the day. So I pretty much out of the gate started rocking, okay, and then had a pullback, and then came back very strong. So that makes me feel good about what, the risk management that I did. That is a good looking kind of P&L graph. In fact, the first time Brad saw it today, he's like, that's a good looking P&L graph. I said, thank you, sir. So these are the kind of tools that you get with trade ideas. And let me show you something else. So this is a live account, right? This is real money, but I'm going to show you the really cool part about how to get into the stock market and succeed and do some amazing things. So I'm going to disconnect this. Boom, it's gone. And I'm going to connect this to our simulator. Okay, this is the Trade Ideas simulated trading environment. Okay, so simulated trading allows you to work with our software and to ascertain some skill levels without risking capital. So remember I told you that you can make money trading the downside. Okay, well, I practice that a lot of time until I get a really good feel for on the simulated trading. So we allow you to see, like how here, I'm really taking a whipping on Facebook because, I don't know, after hours, did it get, something happen with it? Let me see what happened here. Yeah, they had earnings tonight. So they did really good on earnings. Is that an all-time high for Facebook, Brad? Not even close. No, it is close. Hold on. Okay, so we're at 214, so we're right under all-time highs. Again, what does this tell me? Well, the market's really strong. If you're going to be trying something you're not sure about, where do you do it, Brad? Simulation mode. Isn't that a beautiful thing?
It really is a beautiful thing.
We've often talked about one of the, okay, so you guys want the secret? Everybody likes secrets. I'll give you a secret right now. I'm going to tell you, and when I say this, you're going to be like, he's right, Why do people lose money in the stock market? It is kind of simple. Typically, they start investing without any practice. That's not unlike going to play a golf game and not going to the range for putting at all and just hoping for the best in terms of, how you play. The pros don't do that, so why would you? So we always say that if you're kind of new to things, okay, you start very small, but you can practice big. So here I am, I'm, practicing things. And also the practice does two things. It teaches you how to work with the software. It teaches you how to view P&Ls and how to manage risk reward. And, for example, in this particular case, I'll just be honest, I shorted this and did not realize they were reporting today. Okay, and I should have, because do you guys notice how this is a red right here? It's like flashing red. It's like, hey, reporting. But I was just kind of, again, I've done this a lot of times, but I'm showing you that this is actually a lesson, Brad, right? I learned from a mistake where I'm like, this is why this is here.
I always maintained it was difficult for you to trade two accounts.
Well, no question. But the point is that I kind of take feedback. I'm learning. Like all of a sudden, like if I wake up tomorrow and Facebook is, doing better, I'm like, oh, well, so whatever happened if the earnings, they reversed it. Like it's going to give you more information. So you can actually use your simulated trading account and feed off to your live account, by the way, Brett. It's something that people don't often think about, but that's, again, a much more professional, more systematic approach. Practice is key. This is the thing right here, market closed, simulated trading environment. When you are with trade ideas, one of the critical components to our success, okay, is that this Brokerage Plus platform, you see like in simulation mode, can you tell the difference between that and this, which is live? No, you cannot, because it's the same. How awesome is that? So you've got this learning trading. It's so cool. And yeah, this is like 3 months. So NBR here had from 15, well, you still would have gotten like 80%. And now you're watching it again. And here we are. What if it does it again? Okay. So that's a critical component. Now, let's go to the similar tab, and I'm going to show you something else. So here, NBR, I mean, we've got the competitors. In other words, so that's the drilling oil, gas well of action. I'm going to zoom out maybe. Okay. And you can just quickly make some inferences. Aha! Look at this one. Remember, I told you guys when I do this, I'm not just doing this to like show you cool software. I want you to NOA. That's another one. Watch what I'm doing. It's the same concept. Right click. And I'm going to say going like NBR. Boom. If it crosses this point, I'm going to be alerted to it, and I'm going to get in and go for a little ride. I'm hoping. So the other thing, remember I told you there's lots of people here. Most of you have never are not customers. And the thing that I said before is that you do not need to know how to set any of this up. Our software sets itself up. How cool is that? I mean, guys, that's something, Brad, that almost goes unheard of. And we even have something else. Let me show you something that's, you know, well, it's almost like, Brad, we have too much stuff to show today.
It's hard. You got to get to the AI. You got to go through a couple of the channels. I'm just looking at some questions that are coming through.
One real quick, like, what am I trying to do with NBR? Let me show you real quick. Boom, shaka, laka. What do you think about that, people? From 75 cents to $7.55. Do you guys know what I'm talking about here? I mean, can you make this money in real estate? I don't think so. And by the way, just in case you're wondering, oh, what Dan's just showing me a bunch of penny stocks. What is this bullshit? I don't think so. Look at the earnings per share. You know, you can see all the fundamentals. They've got a market cap of 66 million on revenues of 500 million, and they make money. I mean, it's kind of crazy. Okay. So, and there's other names like this one, OVV. Look at that right here. Guys, put your, I mean, we might want some heads up. Pulled up, I said CAPR. Oh, yeah. No, there's, I mean, there's tons of these too. And that's another example. Like the numerology on the 5-5, loud and clear on CAPR, Brad, 230% in one day, 198 million shares being traded. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why you're here right now, okay? And let me go back to NBR for a second. I'm going to show you a different part of our similar tab. So here we have competitors, but look what you can do. Price action. Okay, this is basically saying, hey, show me patterns like NBR. So I'm gonna kind of, let's take a look. You see that? Kind of look at that right there. So this was really what I wanted to communicate primarily today, right? That it doesn't have to be all super crazy 100,000 mile an hour data driven. It can be as simple as, wow, I saw this, show me something similar, get in, manage, and I'm using, and I've practiced on the same software already, okay? That's right. Thank you, Joshua. Again, lots of incredible moves. You're in the right place at the right time, okay? So what I'm going to do now real quick is I'm going to show you why we are kind of like the fastest growing of the way. So you can see our artificial and all of the trading signals, and kind of the other guru is that it has the built-in risk management, and it's always working off of statistics without emotions. Okay. It doesn't mean you're always going to make money. And as I'm showing you guys, I kind of do both. I get ideas off of the AI. Oh, let me see. Hold on 1 second. I know Hog was getting beat up. Yeah, Harley Davidson. That's another one. Look at, I mean, by the way, if you want to know what the software does, how'd you like that sell signal here? You know, you can monitor it. You don't always have to be in it. But when the market started getting annihilated, you'd be like, ooh, it's down. And then a buy signal here. I love it when the software can catch it that way. Okay, why do some of the charts have buy and sell indicators? Because we allow you to see the AI signals on the chart, so you can see what the AI has been doing, not in real time, but in the past, so that you can understand what the software is about and what it is doing. So today, right, this was the trade in Hog by the AI. It bought it at 22.88 and sold it right here 24.41. That's a very ideal trade, you know, in my opinion. Amazing, very good stuff. Does not always work out that way because, of course, software also was looking to short something. And notice again, we try. There was some panic. The software thought that because this stock is kind of at a high point, that maybe the panic was to get out, but it turned around. This is the stuff where you have to understand. We're not in a fortune-telling business. We see what this
questions coming through, but the red line right there, I'll tell you what the red line is. The red line is the resistance or support line, depending on whether you're looking at.
No, this one on IRBT.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even have your screen up.
It's okay. It's okay. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So the red line, that's your stop. So we give you the blue line, which tells you where you've entered into that position or where you should be entering in that position, and the red line's giving you the risk level where we suggest the stop to be.
That's right. Correct. Let me show you this. So here I'm on what's called the Omni AI channels. We have 3 different AI channels. This Omni lets you see all of them. Okay. Options, you can go to the AI trade size, and here you can say 100 shares per trade. Okay. You can say, I'm going to risk look at it, see what happened there? That means that basically it was taking really big advantage of the smaller price stocks. So just the way, because you can see the shares and the stop. And in something like more expensive, like IRBT, you just weren't in as much, so you weren't impacted. Isn't that interesting? My gosh, because there's so many of you guys, we're trying to make sure we get all the questions answered. Brad, I'm sure you.
I think a good one, because I've had a couple people talk about it, is maybe go through a couple of the channels. Maybe start with the pre-market, because a lot of the guys are asking about gaps and how do you find these types of moves, and then some people are wondering how do you avoid having these pump and dump stocks that you get in that are up really big and then they come all the way back.
Sure. Well, so a couple of things here. Number one, the reason we're like Netflix is because we've got this channel which you can dial into all sorts of different things. Like here, this is kind of like your morning routine. You're on the pre-market channel, and this will see everything that's gapping up and gapping down. And notice, guys, you didn't have to configure any of this. This was all done for you. And by the way, the reason the symbols are changing, Brad, and everybody else, is because we have something called idea surfing, which means that we know for a fact that people have a hard time making decisions. So the software is perusing these different stocks. You can see which one is being highlighted as the one that's perusing. So you can kind of see the different things and say, oh, well, maybe this. In fact, as soon as you put your mouse on the chart, the surfing stops. Now I can say, wow, that looks interesting. Let me put an alert right here. Looks nice. There you go. Okay, so that's your pre-market channel. This is, you know, a good way to start your routine, in my opinion. We have a channel called the Account Builder, which looks for these ones with just the look. And Brad, look what's on number one on the Account Builder. What a surprise!
That's a good one. So I know you've been trading that one, right?
I have been. I actually got not enough out of it. I missed this move, but I was in it all up to 5, basically speaking. Okay. So once again, different channels allow you to explore different things, and don't forget, you know, once you're always armed with silver. See that? You know, what's going on here? What's going on here? Have you guys ever seen this much opportunity in one place? I have never. And by the way, it looks like this is all after hours stuff right here. Again, our software is working all the time. So Account Builder, one great channel. If you like a certain stock, you can highlight it by clicking this heart right here. And then in this channel, these are all the things you like. These are your favorites. So I've already, you know, kind of taken a look at CAPR and TXMD and some of these other ones. I've been interested in them before. I know because, well, they're on this channel. So the software not only helps you, but it follows you around, basically. Dexter, I see your question, and what I say here is our software is so cool, you don't have to set anything up. All of this is set up for you. All you have to do, and let me just show you this real quick, okay? Alpha Predator is a channel that helps you find things that are, again, moving. Alpha is how much you're making above the market. So the Dow was up 2%. You've got to be making a lot more than 2% today to catch alpha, because there's so much stuff going on here. Amazing, amazing, amazing opportunities in this space right now. Rachel, you can set up any watch list you want on Trade Ideas. Tools, symbol lists. I have tons of different ones. Create new list, import, export. Guys, like Photoshop, our software is the most powerful technology by far in the stock market. And the things you can do, you can write custom formulas. Everything you see here, you can set up. So for example, this is a different type of window that we use, but again, you know, it streams, and you can set up different strategies in a window, or make just custom-based windows that are very, very specific, tied to a symbol list, like maybe what Rachel was talking about, things like that. Yeah, Rachel, you can do that very, very quickly. AI, okay, so tons of questions. Let me just kind of go over some more channels real quick, and then I'll answer some of the AI stuff. So tons of different AI channels. You can just kind of look through them. Social media, stocks surging, trading the gap. Notice again, nothing that you have to set up. Everything is done for you. That's what makes this so powerful. People don't realize you don't have to like really learn how to. It's like when you get into a car, you don't have to learn how a carburetor works. You just got to turn the key on, steering wheel, and pedals. You know, that's what you got to do. Notice, not just about the price action, we also focus on the fundamentals, okay, and earnings and how it all ties together. And of course, PVAC, the reason it's on the big fundamentals player is because it's got that revenue and earnings per share. I don't know why it's not on. And by the way, even this information you can configure. So I can go to EPS, earnings per share, click on it, and then say show column. Boom. And now, here it is. So everything is customizable, everything, okay? So you've got this channel bar, but do you know what's really cool? I mean, again, there's so many cool things, Brad, I can't take it. Right here, you can create your own channels. Put in your own pictures of your dog or your kid or whatever the other people put on in pictures. I've seen some channel bars that make a billy goat puke. But see right here, this channel bar denoted by this line simply tells you that this is one that I created by myself. In other words, this is not a standard one. I called this discovery. Just, you know, keeping things super simple. You know, just practicing, working on some different stuff. And notice, by the way, we also have the news. Brad, I keep forgetting the news. Everything you need, you can look up on Trade Ideas, and you click on this, and boom. Mike, you've been here too long. You know that I'm no CEO. Come on. So let's go back to the AI real quick here. Let me. So again, as you guys see, this is the Netflix channel bar earnings. Okay, upside earnings blowout, downside earnings blowout, yesterday or today, reporting this morning, reporting this afternoon. Boom. Oh, hey, do you guys see? Remember how I made that alert for OVV? It just got triggered in after hours. Do you guys see that? That's how it works. I can go here and say, what? Oh, heads up. Yeah, thanks, me. Brad, I like it when me helps me. Okay. So the channel bar, everything's set up for you. You don't have to learn to configure. All you have to do is learn how to watch. And then this channel right here takes you back. Let me move this real quick again. This is my trading station. I actually trade on this layout. This is what I use. I feel like enough things come through here. And of course I can go through other channels, but you know, I try to keep things simple because simple is better and easy, and everyone can relate. But the key here is kind of being able to put this information to use in our simulated environment where you can learn how to manage the P&L, okay? Where you can learn how to manage the P&L and manage the consequences of actions. So now I know I will have a very clear understanding that I should not be shorting stuff that's like a Facebook into earnings. Okay? Very simple. Okay. So people say, what is Holly? Holly is our AI engine. It is a statistical analysis engine. It's working right now. Okay. It is working over time. It is our data center is all server-based statistical analysis stock action. We are basically looking and seeing what is the behavior and trying to figure out if that behavior is something that's statistically significant or not. This is basically, I keep on saying basically, Brad. This is a 24-hour a day kind of work. It's always going on. The software's constantly crunching these numbers, and the AI gives you in real time. So I'm going to switch to that channel real quick. So the AI in real time gives you entry signals. So the first trade of the day today was this one. Okay, got in right here at 604. It went up to 641, which by the way is a pretty large percentage move, and then pulled back and then got back, and then actually after hours right back on highs. So that's, and you can see the timestamp, you can see the direction, okay, you can see everything.
Yeah, and I think another important thing to point out is that we're also giving you a couple different P&L values that all represent something different. So there's that conservative P&L And that falls within that shaded range. Maybe you can highlight that shaded range on that intraday chart. It's a darker area. It's kind of hard, you're zoomed in there, but we provide you these time frames. And so if you're, yeah, there you go. So that darker range right there is that conservative profit value, whatever it felt, however it fell at that point. And then we have a moderate profit, which is taking consideration the stops. If you get stopped out, you're going to get stopped out, but it's trying to hold the position till the end of the day. Then the aggressive profit is just letting you know if there's just tremendous volatility in the market, it doesn't care if there's a stop. It's not even going to be listening to that. So you're going to get whatever you get at the end of the day.
Yeah. There's lots of questions about the accuracy of the AI, and every strategy that comes out there, I think, Brad, is it what it close to at least minimum 60%, something to that effect?
Yeah, and in the back testing, there has to be a win rate of at least 60%. That's not a guarantee that you're going to get 60% today, but that's the statistic that we model for.
Correct. So something else that I want to communicate, and I think we're winding down here, so I'm going to switch to the PowerPoint, is that education is one of the biggest components of our software. Everything that you guys see that I've demonstrated today, there is a curriculum all through the week, which is free for our subscribers to join the classes and find out, like, how did Dan do this, or how did Brad do that, or what's this thing and what's that thing. There's a constant education continuation curriculum going on at Trade Ideas. One of the coolest things about it is, of course, Barry's trading room, which you can get to through trade-ideas.com/trading room. Okay, and Barry is our trading room moderator. This is free for everybody, whether you're a subscriber or not. And you can see a meritocracy of traders using our tech in all sorts of different ways: swing, intraday, lots of different ways. And people are interacting with one another, helping one another. It's a great community, and it's a great way to get started. It really, really is. Let's see here. Yes, so here's that example. Okay, daily support sessions, 12 p.m. Eastern, trade-ideas.com/live. Okay, that's one of the, education is so key. In case you want to know how much we cost on a per day basis, okay, we are probably the cheapest technology on the planet, considering we do artificial intelligence and simulated trading and everything. As you can see, for the yearly, and obviously that would be a yearly subscription, it would cost you $2.90 a day. You're paying that monthly standard, it's $3.90 a day. And for the super duper AI action, you're getting $6.20 for the yearly, and of course $7.50 a day for the monthly, if you're paying it monthly. And today, because you're here, and we are so grateful for the time that you give us, we have a 15% off code, April Holly, all caps, 15% off your first month or a year off of Trade Ideas. Okay. Now something really cool. You're going to get an ability to use Trade Ideas for 2 weeks, starting May 11th through the 22nd. It's our test drive, and it's got all the trimmings, everything, AI, simulated, everything. Again, if you're thinking about taking a look at the software for real and you really want to wait, May 11th through the 22nd, $8.99 only, trade-ideas.com/test drive. We explain all the things that we present, again, whether it's the AI or the top list. It just takes a little time, and again, this is just a Q&A webinar where we give you the highlights. So remember, the full education curriculum is on during the week, and an immense library on YouTube that has everything, okay? AI, how to set up every window. Look up the Trade Ideas YouTube channel, subscribe for it. and you will see everything. And of course, once again, aside from that, we also do podcasts and the podcast is not unlike this tone where we're just talking to you, not really trying to be uber intellectual about it, just trying to keep it simple so you can relate. And again, just look this up and subscribe to it. I think you'll enjoy it. Okay. We have another ebook that we just released on how to trade earnings, and the one before that was how to trade the downside market. So we kind of timed this COVID by accident perfectly. Amazing, amazing feedback from people. Please take a look at this free ebook, trade-ideas.com/earnings. And of course, we're active on social media. Please like us on Facebook and all that other good stuff. You can always call us or shoot us an email if you have any questions to info@trade-ideas.com. We are grateful for your time. You guys are our VCs, and we are working for you. The 2-week trial comes with all simulated trading, and you can do everything. It's the full AI, everything. Okay. Awesome, Colin. We're really excited. Again, everyone, Scott, I think that's it. Thank you so much. We are so grateful. Biggest Q&A webinar yet.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. We will get that recording up in a little while, and you get an email reminder tomorrow with a link to the playlist. It'll be the newest webinar in that playlist. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you,
Thanks,
everyone.
Brad.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.